and welcome back to Hey Miss Kim. I'm Miss Kim. And oh, do you hear that sound? There's another one. Those sounds make me think of a brand new season. Do you know what season we're in?
Springtime!
That's right! You can probably tell by the pictures on my shirt. We are in a brand new season of spring. Bees are buzzing, kids are blow dandelion fuzz. Ha! I could sing all day. But I won't tell you everything we're gonna do today because I want you to stay put and find out all the springtime activities that I'm gonna share with you. So grab a comfy seat and let's hop on in. Many things change in the spring. We get to see butterflies fluttering by. We get to smell the sweet scent of pollen swirling through the air. And we see flowers bloom, and there's so many different kinds. For our book today, join me and one of my favorite authors, Lois Ellert, as we read a book about how flowers grow, and we'll get to name some of these colorful creations as we go along.
We love to read!
Planting a Rainbow by Lois Ellert. Every year, Mom and I plant a rainbow. In the fall, we buy some bulbs and plant them in the ground. There's orange tiger lily bulbs, red tulip bulbs, orange tulip bulbs, yellow daffodil bulb, blue hyacinth bulb, a purple crocus corm, and a purple bearded iris rhizome. Wow! We order seeds from catalogs and wait all winter long. Some of the seeds we order are phlox, morning glory, zinnia, aster, cornflowers, marigold, and daisies. For spring to warm the soil and sprout the bulbs. Wow, look at all the changes. Then it's time to go to the garden center to select some seedlings. We've got rose, poppy, delphinium, violet, pansy, fern, and carnation. We sow the seeds and set out the plants in soil. And watch the rainbow grow and grow and grow. We have some red flowers, tulips, carnations, roses, and orange flowers, tulips, zinnia, tiger lily, poppy, and some yellow blooms, daisy, marigold, daffodils. We grow something green, ferns, and some blue flowers, morning glories, delphinium, hyacinth, cornflowers, and some purple flowers too. Crocus, phlox, iris, violets, asters, pansy. All summer long, we pick them and bring them home. And when summer is over, we know we can grow our rainbow again next year.
The end.
Learning about all those different flowers got me curious. Curious to know what parts are actually a part of a flower. I have a flower here. It's one of my favorite flowers. It's called a lily, which you might have seen in the book. And I want you to join me as we identify the different parts of this flower. Dissecting flowers are really great ways to learn about the different parts, and it's a great way for you to see all of what flowers have on them. So if you want, grab a flower. You can grab a paper plate or a piece of cardboard so that you can write the different parts of a flower as you take them apart. The first part we're going to talk about is the petal. The petal is usually very bright, and this is used to attract insects like bumblebees. The next part of the flower is the leaf. The leaf uses lots of energy from the sunlight to create oxygen and sugars for the plant to use energy. This is called photosynthesis. The stem moves water and nutrients from the soil to the rest of the plant. And the stem supports the leaves and flowers, which helps them be raised above the ground to be in the light. Here's this flower stem right here. The last part of our flower is the pollen. Pollen is a fine, powdery substance that bumblebees like to move across many other flowers so that they can grow.
It's time for crafts.
Seeing all those colors and different kinds of flowers has me in a drawing mood, and I want you to join me too. So, if you have some paper, something to color with nearby, something that has a circular base, and a marker for you to draw, I want you to follow along to this drawing to create your very own rainbow garden. Let's get started. First, take your circular base and we're gonna draw 3 circles. Perfect. We're all done with our base, so you can set that to the side. Next, on the inside of your circles, you're gonna draw another circle that looks like this. And you're gonna do that for all 3 of your circles. Now, I want you to remember, this does not have to be perfect. I want you to show your creativity and do the best you can. Kind of looks like a donut circle. For our next step, we are going to add some decoration to the center. Now, this can be anything that you want it to be. It can be lines, it could be initials, dots, whatever you want to create, you're gonna put this on the inside of your second circle. Perfect. Next, you're gonna make a border around your biggest circle. Now, a border is just something that goes around the outside of something. And this can be whatever you choose for it to be too. Whatever you decide, make sure it goes all the way around your circle. Perfect. For our next step, what's something that's missing from our flowers?
A stem.
That's right, a stem. Now, flowers have many different sizes and swirls of stems, so you can create those any way you like. I'm going to do a long stem here, a swirly stem here, and I'll do another long stem on this side. Whatever you choose, just make sure it goes down to the bottom of your paper. One last thing we need to add, and that's the leaves. Once you add your leaves and your stems, you're all done. And now you're ready to create your rainbow garden. We are still in the month of March, which means that it's still Women's History Month. Join me as we talk about two superpower women who help defend the planet and protect their environment.
Let's learn about great women in history.
Wangari Maathai was the first African woman to win the Nobel Peace Prize after decades of environmental work in her native Kenya country. She launched the Green Belt Movement, which was an NGO that organizes Kenyan women to replant trees, combat deforestation, and create jobs. The organization wrote that members have planted more than 51 million trees since 1977. Wow, that's a lot. Maathai regularly fought against the Kenyan government, including a major effort to prevent the construction of a skyscraper in the middle of a Nairobi park. She put herself in harm's way and was not treated very nicely by policemen while protesting. We remember Wangari Maathai as a female environmentalist who helped plant more trees and protect her community and her environment. Lady Bird Johnson. She was a former First Lady of the United States who is responsible for many environmental efforts during her husband's presidency. She was most notably the Highway Beautification Act of 1965 that led to the wildflowers and greenery that are now planted on the side of American roadways. The act is still known as the Lady Bird's Bill. In 1968, Lyndon Johnson presented her with a plaque which said, "She has inspired me and millions of Americans to try to preserve our land and beautify our nation." She was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom and the Congressional Gold Medal and is remembered as one of the most influential First Ladies in history.
And now a minute for our parents.
Hi parents, and welcome back to another minute just for you. Now, at the beginning of the year, we set out some goals, and it's about to be the end of the first quarter of a new year. So, have you met those goals? Have you held yourself accountable for the things that you said you were going to accomplish and things that you set out to do? Well, if you haven't, it's no worries. It happens to the best of us. But now that it's springtime, we're entering into a new beginning. And this is a chance for you to reevaluate those same things that you told yourself at the beginning of the year. This is a time to set out those goals, reach back into them, and hold yourself accountable. Springtime is the beginning of new, so make this a new season for you and a new beginning to jump back into what you set out to do. And that's A Minute with Parents. Thank you for joining me today on Hey Miss Cam. Remember, we are in a new season of spring, and I want you to try some of those activities at home. Watch flowers bloom in your spaces, see what new animals you can find outside, and I'll see you next week. Thanks for joining me.